is not likely to be known until after November 14th. Incumbent Republican Matt Bevin has asked for a re-canvass. Bevin trails Democratic challenger Andy Beshear by more than 5,000 votes. This is NPR.
From 89.3 WFDL in Louisville, I'm Bill Burton. Governor Bevin is claiming that during Tuesday's gubernatorial election, thousands of absentee ballots were improperly counted and that eligible voters were turned away from polls. Capitol reporter Ryland Martin says the governor has not provided specific details or evidence. The announcement comes after Democratic Attorney General Andy Beshear garnered around 5,000 more votes than Bevin during the election, according to unofficial results. Bevin made the assertions during a press conference Wednesday evening at the governor's mansion, shortly after announcing that he requested a formal re-canvass of the vote totals. Bevin said there were a number of significant irregularities in the election, and his campaign was still gathering information.
None of this will really be followed through on until after the re-canvassing process.
Bevin has not said whether he will pursue an election contest process where Kentucky's Republican-led legislature would determine the outcome of the election. Republican Senate President Robert Steyer hinted that Bevin might officially contest the election during an interview on election night. I'm Ryland Martin in Frankfort. Kentucky's chief election officer says she doesn't think.
All right, so last Thursday my clutch went out. Or it's gonna be Friday. Like completely out. Like, well, not technically it wasn't the clutch. It was the throwout bearing that went out. But to replace the throwout bearing, you have to replace the whole. You have to take apart the whole bell housing to the transmission and the clutch anyway. So if you're already in there, replace the whole thing. So it's all brand spanking new, typically, right? Right. But a lot of my bolts were so rusted on tightly because that's probably never been serviced in this vehicle. And the vehicle's 20 years old. It's not necessarily something that someone gets serviced regularly. It's typically a part that breaks down and you have to get it repaired emergently. Emergently? Sure. That's a word. Totes a word. Alright, so I spent most of the night on Friday trying to fix. Spent all day Saturday trying to fix. Sermon on Saturday, I would not be able to fix. Like if I could have gotten the bolts off, the actual work itself, remove everything, run the cabling, run the clutch connections, run everything where it needs to go, absolutely easily possible. If I could have gotten those bolts off. Like how this truck decided to speed up next to me and wouldn't let me over. I was going to try to get over for safety reasons, but nope. The truck had to speed up. As I was saying, hour like 19 into me trying to fix it myself, I finally was like, I'm done. I can't do this. I can't get these bolts off. I'm not on a lift. I don't have the proper torch for the work needed to keep the bolt up and try to get to break its thread connections. Plus, if it's doing any of that, I damage anything else, that's on me and not a mechanic shop. So, got it towed over to a real mechanics. John Overly Automotive on Fort Island. They were totally like, we are going to fix this for you. Unfortunately, on Saturday, they're only open from 9 to 2. So by the time I got it towed out to them, it was already past their closing hours, so they wouldn't even be able to look at it until Tuesday. I had to miss 3 days of work. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, I was hopped onto conference bridges and I was on my laptop doing work remotely. specs for my job, and I was not aware of it. Depending on what gear you need to access. Now, honestly, it would be a lot easier if there was a jump server that could access everything. That might be something I recommend to them at some point here. Finally get around to looking at it. They initially think my clutch cable itself's broken. They're like, I'm pretty certain it's throwout bearing, but if the clutch cable itself is also broken, by all means, go ahead and replace that too. They replaced the clutch cable. A couple hours later, they call me back. Well, rather, a couple hours later, they call me back to say they replaced the clutch cable, but the vehicle is still making the loud squalling noise and not applying pressure, or applying pressure properly to the drive shaft for changing the gears and transmission and stuff. Like, yeah, see, told you, it's my throwout bearing, or the power clutch itself is gone. They're like, well, we won't be able to get to that until Wednesday. It's like, okay. Wish y'all would have leave me the first time, because while you're in there doing the clutch cable, you could have had all that stuff out already, fixing everything else, but whatever. It's totally fine. You know, they thought they were going to do good and give me a cheaper total bill, because they thought it might have just been the one thing, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that situation. So Thursday, 12 o'clock approaches, haven't heard back or anything different from them. Still expecting everything to be done by early to mid-afternoon. So I'm like, well, I have no way to get to you guys. I'm thinking this to myself, I didn't call them. I have no way to get to them. Because the lady's about ready to leave to go to work. And all I have at that point is my bicycle. And even though Google Maps says it's a 24-minute ride, it is maybe 24 minutes if you're if you're in decent shape and not a fat ass like me. So I threw my bicycle in the back of her car, or in the back of her SUV, and then she dropped me off up there, stepped in for a second and said, hey, I'm here, 98 Mustang, you're replacing the clutch, just want you to know I'm here physically. However, due to transportation issues, I'm here with my bicycle, and I may be riding my bicycle up and down the road to get a drink or something to eat real quick. Yeah, totally. So then I left the building, hopped on my bicycle, to the gas station, got myself a Reese's cup and a Gatorade, which were delicious. Then rode around a little bit. There's really not much around there that I could really go to unless I went way down Fern Valley Road towards the airport, and LAP, the Louisville Assembly Plant, the small utility vehicle, small truck and utility vehicles plant for Ford. I started heading towards that way. I got a lot of good restaurants out of, like Asian Pot, which is pretty good. But that's where I cared to ride. So I rode up to the Tienda over by the Big Lots and the Supermercado, which also has a restaurant in it as well. I was not aware of, but now I am. I'm going to have to go check both of those out. Rode my bicycle back. Sat in the regular area for about an hour. They come back and like, yep, your throwout bearings were completely seized up. I was like, as I thought. So they replaced the whole clutch, the throwout bearings, the clutch cable, and while they were in there, they noticed there was a leak in the seal to the transmission that was leaking some oil into it. So they went did that part for free. Replaced that gasket and refilled and all that stuff for free. Which makes me respect this automotive shop even more. And then they put everything back together. Took the car for a ride up and down the road a few times to make sure everything was good and smooth, and it was. So then I paid a lot of money. $1,400, which I didn't really have, so I had to do some side gigs and stuff to try to get as much of that as I could. And then drove home. I didn't notice until I already got home that my speedometer's not working anymore. So either when they were doing that work, they did not put the speedometer sensor back in, or during the work, the gears inside the factory speedometer sensor finally gave up the ghost, which is also very likely because the car is 20 years old and they use some very cheap plastic in those original factory sensors. So I will be, this weekend, get back underneath this vehicle, and since I'll be taking a look at the speedometer sensor anyways, popping it off to see how it looks, I'm just going to go ahead and replace it with a brand new one. And see how do. Make sure everything's all fine and dandy. Unfortunately, I can have a generally good idea of how fast I'm going based on what gear I am in and how my RPMs sound, like how the motor sounds, how loud or quiet it is. Plus, also hanging with traffic around me rather than going too fast or too slow. That's my goal for the next few days. Before I can get in there and replace the speed sensor. So the saga of not 100% working car is not quite over yet. But after the work they did though, my clutch is smooth as butter. I've never felt a clutch this smooth. Like even new vehicles, test drive vehicles and things, I've never felt a clutch this smooth. I almost wonder if they didn't tighten it up enough or something, because it seems almost too smooth to me. So I'll have to read up how smooth is too smooth on a clutch pedal. Everything's disengaging properly, so it's not a problem. It's just I'm used to being a little bit of give, so I know where my foot's at and when I can start applying pressure to the gas pedal based on where my give at is on the clutch pedal. But now it's like butter. It's like smooth in, smooth out.
Congress and the Trump administration over the House's legal right to enforce subpoenas requiring senior administration aides to testify in the impeachment inquiry. We talk with journalist Emily Bazelon, a staff writer at the New York Times Magazine. Join us.
Today at noon on 89.3 WFDL.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from Neon with Parasite, a dark comedy thriller about two very different families whose fates cross in a tale of class, greed, and deception. Now
far, it seems to have fared
We'll have a
quite
debate
well.
over how much the workplace culture has actually changed post Me Too this afternoon. 4 to 6 on All Things Considered with Jonice Franklin.
Also, while I was underneath the car all weekend long, took a look at what it would take to replace my exhaust system. It wouldn't take much. Seriously considering brand new exhaust on this car to make it sound purdy.
All around a cup of organic fair trade coffee. Heine Brothers Coffee, Louisville's neighborhood gathering place since 1994.
Showers at 51 at 7:30.
I actually have
Live from NPR News.
true dual
in
exhausts on
Washington,
this car.
I'm Windsor Johnston. President Trump says he did not ask Attorney General William Barr to hold a news conference to clear him of any wrongdoing in his dealings with Ukraine. The Washington Post reports that Trump's request came around the time the White House released a rough transcript of a phone call between Trump and the Ukrainian president. Trump is accused of using military aid as leverage to pressure Ukraine to investigate political rival Joe Biden. Barr at the time had declined Trump's request. The president is bringing on 2 new aides to help the White House defend itself against the Democratic-led impeachment inquiry. NPR's Franco Ordonez reports.
Former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, former Treasury Department spokesman Tony Sayegh joined the West Wing to help craft a proactive impeachment message. President Trump has long resisted creating a new team to defend him in the House impeachment inquiry. Republican allies have pushed him to adopt a more coordinated messaging strategy similar to the one used by former President Bill Clinton during the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Trump has complained Republicans are not defending him aggressively enough. A senior administration official said Bondi and Sayegh will join the team temporarily as special government employees. Franco Ordonez, NPR News, Washington.
This is NPR News from Washington.
From 89.3 WFPL in Louisville, I'm Bill Burton. Talking heads across the country are asking, what does the apparent gubernatorial win by Democrat Amy Beshear in Kentucky mean for 2020, when Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell will be on the ballot? That may not be clear for some time, but as WFPL's Amina Alahi reports, who's in office next year could change Kentucky's electorate.
On Wednesday, Democrat Amy Beshear, who won the most votes on WFPL last month that he does not want to push, quote, draconian voter ID laws.
So what I'm trying to do is have a moderate, sensible position of, hey, let's require a photo ID but make it easy.
Adams did not specify how he would like to do that in Kentucky, but said he had heard of programs where groups travel to facilities such as nursing homes and process people's IDs on site. He did not respond to a request for comment on Wednesday. I'm Amina Alahi.
Morning edition on 89.3 WFPL. Looks like we're going to have showers throughout the morning and into the afternoon, and falling temperatures today will drop into the upper 30s by the late afternoon. A little better tomorrow, still be cold, only about 44 high with sunshine on Friday. Right now, showers at 51 at
in Washington, D.C., the relationship between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia could get a little more awkward. The Department of Justice yesterday charged 2 former Twitter employees of spying for the kingdom. Working within the company, the 2 could access private information about Saudi dissidents. According to reports, one of those dissidents included an associate of Jamal Khashoggi. The Washington Post
All right. We're here. Let's do this.